Alright everyone, welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I'm just going to make a quick video on how to customize your Fibonacci's. Now, this is personally how I have my Fibonacci's. I think this is great. I have my Fibonacci's like this for a reason. I like to focus on predominantly the 618 fib and the 786 fib. So when I draw my fibs like this, I like to be able to focus on the price action, and I like to know just by looking at the chart that, we come back down to this orange box. We're either coming down to the 0.5, 618 or 786. These are the most important levels. Now, I specifically have these orange for two different reasons. Number one, the 618 fib is known as the golden pocket, so I've got it a golden orangey hue, and I also have it orangey because I'm a Bitcoiner and I like the color orange. With that being said, let's jump right into how to do this, because when you start off with a new TradingView chart, I'm just going to load this up on an incognito browser so my account's not associated with this, so we can run through it together. What you want to do, come over to the top left of your screen and you'll notice these three little lines here. What you want to do is you want to favorite the Fibonacci tool, and then just come over and you'll notice it pop up in the top right of your screen. Now, when you initially put your fib down, it will look something like this, and I'm not going to lie, this is an eyesore. This is really disgusting to see. I don't want to see a rainbow on my chart when I'm doing technical analysis, so let's sort this out. I'm going to change it to how I like to have it, and obviously you can put it to whatever colors you want and mess around with it. So I'm going to show you all of the features over on this. If we go over to the fib and then click on settings, so how you do this, simply click anywhere in the fib, click the settings wheel, and then slide this over. Now, there's a few different things to note in here. Number one, the trend line. You can unselect that or select that, and you'll see that you'll have this little dotted line over on the screen. You can change this to a dotted line, a dashed line, or simply a line. I like how it is with a dotted line, so I'm going to keep it like that. And I'm going to change this to orange because orange is going to be the main theme on my Fibonacci's. Now, you can make this slightly thicker if you want. I think the first one looks good, so I'm going to keep it exactly how it is with that. You can change the levels line, and if you thicken this out, you can see the lines that constitute the Fibonacci's get slightly thicker. I like to keep it thin. I think you can see the fibs as they are, and then when you go into lower time frames, if it's too thick, it will kind of cloud and cover up a majority of your fibs, and you don't want that. So let's jump right into this. Now, what I like to do, I like to mark all of these as white, and what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to switch my chart over into a black chart. So I'm going to come over to color theme. If you want to get to this, simply right click, come down to color theme and make it dark this way. This is how I like to do it. And you can see, pulling this back up, I'm going to make most of these fibs white. I'm going to make these top four white, and then I'm going to come over to the 618 and the 786. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make these orange, just like I did previously. Then you come down to the one, mark that as white. Now, I previously thought about marking these 1.618 fib extensions as orange, but I think it just looks a lot cleaner if we have everything white apart from this 618 fib and the 786 fib. And then even at the top of this box, you can see this would come right down to the 0.5. So the orange box actually starts at the 0.5 Fibonacci, even though we've got the 0.5 fib set as orange. If you simply want only the 786 box down here and the top of the 618, then head over to the 618 and mark it white, and what you'll notice is the range between the 786 and the 618 will be this orange box. But I much prefer it like this. I feel like the box range between the 0.5, 618 and 786 is probably the best thing to keep on while we are here. Once again, click on the settings, and you can see this is how I have my chart set up. Now, there's a few other things you can do here. You can see this little scroller as you scroll down. This can make your background of the Fibonacci either more opaque or more blocky and hard to see through. So you can see if I scroll it down, it becomes completely transparent and you can see right through it. This is if you don't want any background noise and you just want to see the Fibonacci's. And if you turn the background all the way up, you can see you can't even see your price anymore. So you want to find a happy medium. For me, I like to keep this quite low. I don't feel like I need too much color blazing in my face. Just look at the prices. So I put it about 15%, 15-20% of the way. I think this looks really nice. Now, you can also do a few different things. You can unselect the prices, and this will take away these numbers here. So this is on the Bitcoin price, so you can see up here 32,300, down here 25,000. If you unmark prices, it will simply show you the fibs. So you've got the 1, 786, 618, 5, 382, 236, etc. I like to keep the prices how they are. And then you come over to the levels. You can change this into percents, as in the percent that Fibonacci would be. So you can see 61.8 means 61.8% of the move. I'm going to put it back over to values, so we have the 0.618 fib. And then we come over to the labels. Now, I really like to keep this how it is. I don't like to switch this up too much, but if you really want, if you're like a psychopath or something, you can put this over onto the right side of your screen. You can also put it in the center. If you put it in the center, I think you need to get help, because there's something wrong with you if you're putting this in the center. I would keep it over on the left side. It also by default is in the top, which doesn't make much sense to me. I like to put it in the middle, and then what you can see is exactly where the Fibonacci is halfway through this text. And you can see, you can put it on the bottom, just underneath the fib line. You can put it on the top, that's how it is. I think the middle is much better. And then we come down to the font size. I like to keep this pretty small, but if you want to move this up to, you know, 14, I wouldn't put this past 16 at all, unless you have, maybe you're long-sighted or something and it's hard to see your PC in front of you. But I think for most people, between 12 to 14 is good. I'm going to keep this how it is. I think 12 is a lot better. And then you can also select fib levels based on log scale. And for this, you would simply need to move it over to the log, come back, scroll down. And then this is based on the logarithmic growth curve scale. I really don't use this at all. If I'm using a log scale, I keep it how it is. And that is basically the gist of the video. So we went through everything. We went through the font sizes, what to do in terms of the percentages and the values on the left side of your screen. And we also talked about how to make your background more opaque or more blocky and unseeable through. And then we also talked about the color coding on the Fibonacci. So I hope you enjoyed this. Wasn't exactly an educational video. Really, this is just going to make navigating and using TradingView on a daily basis slightly easier and slightly more keen on the eyes. So that's all I've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, Cowboy out. Peace.